Noggin, I am so excited about this home being gifted to the Child Advocacy Center and your role in it. Will you tell me what you're doing to help child advocacy?
Well, I'm really excited too, first of all, Tina. This is such a wonderful opportunity to help these children in our area who need this help. So what we're going to do, we're going to have an open house on June 6th. It's going to go from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock that day, and we're going to broadcast the word through the real estate community and invite all of the agents and brokers in our board to come to look at it, to bring their clients. We'll have reports on site about, we've already gotten a property inspection report from a licensed home inspector. We're going to have all of the information. We're going to have a lender on site ready to process loan applications, and it's going to be priced where it's going to be a really attractive offering to someone to have an absolutely fabulous house. This is really a Macomb landmark. You don't see the kind of quality in every house that is in this house. Does it need a little powder and paint in some areas? Sure, but it's going to be priced where it's going to be an absolute bargain, and we're just so excited that it's not only going to provide a great new home for someone, but it's going to help the children in the area at the same time.
And it's actually in an iconic neighborhood bordering Edgewood, and then the lot itself is beautiful, the way it curves.
Oh, it's wonderful. In fact, it's two lots. It's about 1.2 acres, and so you've got about half of it that the house and the other improvements sit on. Then you've got this wonderful yard area that would be great for whatever you want to do outside, whether it's gardening, whether it's a play area, whether it's for pets, or whether it's just to enjoy the landscaping, because it does have wonderful landscaping too.
Lisa Lewis is with Lisa Lewis Interior Designs, and she came on board with the Child Advocacy Center to stage this house. Lisa, tell us how that happened.
Well, Children's Advocacy contacted me and asked if I would have any interest in staging a house for them that was donated to them. And I said, sure, sounds like a lot of fun. So I said yes, and they and I contacted the Smiths that have Lot Furniture and J. Allen's, and asked if we could use their furniture to do it. And of course they said yes, very community minded, and I thought what a wonderful thing that we could all do together.
Well, and Danny and Siri Smith are amazing people in our community too.
Exactly. So they of course said yes, and so from there it just blossomed. I went to their stores and had fun shopping for these rooms, and then one of their employees, Jamie Sharp, came on board with me and helped me. Oh, cool. So I had a helper with all of this, a great helper, along with their delivery guys that were wonderful. The whole crew was great.
Well, Kim Wiley is the Executive Director of the Southwest Center for Children's Advocacy here in Macomb. We are very blessed and grateful to actually have a center located in our community. It's a rarity. And Kim, how many are there in the state?
14.
And so to have one here is really,
it's great, yes.
A blessing.
There's a lot of areas that do not have a center, and in order to get the services they need, the children are having to travel more than 2 hours to get those services.
And 9 times out of 10 in the middle of the night and those types of things many times?
They are not getting done extensively as if they were seen by an advocacy center, yeah.
Kim, how did you come about receiving this gift?
We were contacted by an anonymous donor that came to one of our fundraisers, Be the Light, recently, and they learned of some of the services that we offer. And they graciously donated this property for us to continue those services.
And not only the property, the taxes, cutting the lawn for 4 months, and just everything so that the center will not spend 1 penny of their own, and it will be pure profit for child advocacy, right?
Exactly, yes.
And tell us, what are some of the number figures that you need to be a viable organization per child, for example? What it takes for forensics or some of those things?
Well, around 5 years ago, we estimated it to be about $350 per child through the court system. That has increased. I've heard from our district attorney throughout the years. All of our services that we provide are strictly free to the family and the children. We provide forensic interviews on children that are referred to us by law enforcement, DHS, and the court system to assist in their investigation. We provide referrals, outside referrals for medicals. On-site therapy services are provided to those children, and we prepare the family and the child for court. We will testify for that child in court if need be. And all of this is absolutely free for these children. And the sale of this house would keep that cost completely free for those families, and also provide training for professionals to do the services that we provide for these kids.
Can you tell us about the value of this home and the gift from the to the Child Advocacy Center by our donor?
Well, the donor actually had the house appraised before the donation was made, and it's been appraised for $170,000. The center is actually going to offer it for $116,700 because the goal here is for the center to be able to get those funds and put them to work for the children in the area as soon as possible. And rather than hold on to the house, they would rather offer someone a great deal and start helping children, which is what the center is about.
Absolutely, and we'll get more into that, but I just think that the offering of it for child advocacy is an unbelievable angelic gift.
Oh, absolutely.
And also paid the taxes, I understand, and some things. So if a younger couple wanted to get into a beautiful home, landmark home in downtown Macomb in a beautiful location, this is the one. Absolutely.
This area has historically, I mean, you can look around any town and you'll see areas, you know, peak and ebb. This area has been remarkably stable through all sorts of cycles. It just seems to be an area that people feel safe and comfortable in their home investment, and they get here and they just don't leave. They love it.
That is evident. One of my dearest friends lives across the street, has lived there 35 years, and the next lady has lived there 40 years, so that's obviously evident. And lots of kids being raised in this area. I can tell you, from the standpoint of a real estate broker, we get excited when we get a home in this area because we know there's gonna be a multitude of people that want to be here. So it's a great opportunity. We feel like that this will be the perfect opportunity for people to envision the way this home should flow.
Exactly, and there are a lot of, this house is very unique. It has a lot of unique features, so there are things that could actually be done a little differently.
What size is this house, and what number of bedrooms and baths?
It's actually 4 bedrooms and 3 complete baths.
Well, that's unusual for a home this age.
It is, it is. And there's a bedroom in the back that's all paneled that could be a study. It does have a full bath on it as well.
Wow.
Which is one of the 3. So. And there's a bedroom that has a Jack and Jill that could actually be a master with a nursery.
Oh, nice. For young couples.
For a young couple.
Thinking about purchasing.
Exactly. And then we staged one of the bedrooms for the master, but it was not that one because it has its own ensuite bath with it.
Great, great. You have yourself been with many children that have been abused.
Yes.
I can't imagine your job. And what makes you go to work every day?
What makes me go to work every day is there are so many children out there. A lot are not even being reported, and the ones that are, it is so difficult, and the time that it takes to sift through these children's cases, they're not as simple as other cases for law enforcement and DHS. And we provide the time that it takes to support these families and be there for these families and to sift through the judicial system and walk with these kids. And we just give these kids a voice. A lot of kids, they don't have the voice that they need. We're trained specifically to do that for these kids, and that's what we're there to do. And just to see the results of that. And sometimes they're not always positive, but just the ones that are worth all the effort that it takes.
The Child Advocacy Center enables a child to tell their story basically one time instead of in the past to tell their story over and over and over to different agencies and be re-traumatized every time they told their story of abuse. So this center has enabled our children in our communities to have a safe place to land. The problem is it's bursting at the seams. There are not enough treatment rooms, there are not enough assessment rooms, which is a sad commentary on our community with all the drugs and the problems, the family lives. There's just not enough space. And for these agency people that are trained for children to be able to properly do their job. And that's why we're going to sell this house June the 6th.